Well, this week marks the 5th commercial space flight carrying space tourists for Virgin Galactic. The private space company is on pace with its once-a-month flight goal. But while modern space flights launch regularly in record numbers, it was 6 decades ago when an unlikely canine cosmonaut paved the way in a historic flight. On the 66th anniversary of Sputnik 2, Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot Maike Bieler has the brave story of Laika, the space dog.
The streets of Moscow were her launch pad to fame, a humble beginning for a mutt that would become the first Earthling to orbit the Earth. One day, she was a stray, wandering the streets. The next, she was recruited into the Soviet spaceflight program. Scientists thought it was a good idea to send dogs to space to learn how weightlessness might affect the human body. Nicknamed Sputnik by the United States, and better known as Laika the space dog turned Soviet hero, she would endure strenuous training that led to her historic distinction as the first living creature to orbit the Earth. It happened aboard the Soviet satellite, Sputnik 2, in November 1957. It was a huge milestone for the planet, paving the way for human spaceflight. But it came at a price. It was a one-way mission. At the time, the technology did not exist to bring Laika back home. No means for the dog's recovery. Electrodes transmitted Laika's vital signs back to Earth, revealing the space dog died after her 4th orbit when her capsule overheated. 5 months later, after thousands of orbits, Sputnik 2, referred to as a space coffin turned shooting star, fell back to Earth, disintegrating with Laika's remains. Animal lovers noted Laika's inability to consent to the flight was morally and ethically wrong. Her mission, it triggered an international debate on the mistreatment of animals to advance science. Laika was loved worldwide. In Russia, she was featured on stamps, cigarettes, monuments, movies, candy wrappers, and more. Her legend lives on in history books and in the hearts of those who value her contribution to the advancement of spaceflight. Laika died in space at age 3, making the ultimate sacrifice for science. So why use stray dogs? Well, scientists collected stray dogs who they thought would be more suitable because they were tough. They were used to life on the street and enduring the harsh outdoor elements, extreme heat and cold conditions. Well, the contenders also had to be female, easier to rig up. Now, from these, the rocket engineers selected the most obedient and those most tolerant of loud noises and air pressure changes. The researchers also subjected the final candidates to test runs in small capsules, some lasting for weeks, according to Smithsonian Magazine. Maike Bieler, Queen City News.